Hey everyone, welcome to Art of Ecom YouTube channel. My name is Artur Khachatryan and this is my very first video here. Today I will tell you who I am, what I do, what this channel is all about and why it might be helpful for you. Here I'll be sharing my real experience in e-commerce and on the Shopify platform. No fake stories, no sugarcoating, just the way it is. The real stories, real problems and real solutions. So if you are interested in the real journey on Shopify, if you want to see the real behind the scenes of running an online business and learn about mistakes and how to avoid them, please stay here, subscribe and join my community. A little about myself. I'm 28 years old. Before Shopify, I was selling on local marketplace in my home country. That's where I got my first Ecom experience, working with orders, logistics, returns, and customer service. Recently, I moved to Dubai. Now I'm living here and plan to build my brand through Shopify using dropshipping and direct selling models. So guys, I'm not here to promise easy money. This channel is about real work, real challenges, real growth. I want to be fully honest and open with you to show how everything really happens. So let's start with how did my journey on Shopify begin? It all started when a friend of mine told me about dropshipping. He explained me that this is a great model for starting an online business because you don't need to buy inventory upfront and you can make really good money. I found the idea very interesting, especially compared to marketplace where I used to work before. So my friend gave me a guy who already had a registered US company. Through him, I was able to set up my first Shopify store. It was registered under his company and I worked through it. At first, things were going really well. I built the site, launching some ads and got my first orders. But when Shopify asked me for business documents, invoices and company information, that's when the problems started. That guy stopped responding. I couldn't get the documents Shopify required. As a result, I lost $500 that we already paid from orders, lost money spent on ads, lost time building the site, and eventually I lost the store. Shopify blocked access because I couldn't verify my business. That's when I realized one important thing. You can't depend on someone else. You can't build a real business on someone else's company. I need to have full control over my business, all documents, all accounts, everything had to be mine. After that experience, I decided to start over, but this time do it the right way. So I registered my own company in the US. I choose Wyoming because it has good business conditions. After that, I got all the necessary documents, certificate of incorporation, operating agreements, EIN, everything I needed for a legit business. I work with trusted guys to set it up. If you ever need help for register your US company, I'll be in touch and can recommend them. The whole process took about 3 weeks. At the same time, I bought a US phone number to receive SMS and register accounts like Gmail and other services. It's very important because many platforms requires a US number. Once I had all the documents, I started connecting payment system. I tried to open accounts with Mercury and Airvolix, but they declined me. Then I opened an account with Wise. It was my first fintech platform where I got real US bank details. Next, I registered with Payoneer, complete all verifications, submit all documents and open a business account so I could legally accept payment from Shopify. After Payoneer was ready, I registered on Stripe. But before that, I made sure my Shopify store was live with a proper website because Stripe always checked the website before approving the account. So I connected Stripe as a third-party provider on Shopify and started accepting payments from my orders. I decided not to use Shopify payments at that time. After my first experience, I knew Shopify had strict rules. If you don't have warehouses in the country you sell to, you are violating their terms of service. Yes, a lot of people still use Shopify payments for dropshipping without any problems, but I didn't want to take the risk. When I shared my case with other people in the community, they were really surprised. It was not very common to get banned, but it happened to me early on. So I choose the safer way, working through the Stripe. Of course, Stripe has its own downsides. High fraud protection. If the risk score of a transaction is above 75, Stripe automatically declines it. Because of that, my conversion rate dropped. Many customers couldn't complete their payment. Stripe also does not allow Google Pay, unlike Shopify payments. But it does accept Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Apple Pay, so it was enough for me to get started. Now let's talk a bit about what I decide to sell. The niche I choose for my store is tools and home and garden products. I focus mainly on garden products like trimmers, cordless chainsaws, sprays, pans, and different garden accessories. So you guys can ask, why this niche? And I will answer. Before Shopify, I was already selling similar products on local marketplace in my home country. I had good sales and steady demand for this category. These products are always relevant, especially in spring, summer, and fall, and they are easy to understand for customers. I already knew the audience and how to sell these products. Also, after analyzing the competitors in the US and Europe, I saw that many stores had good sales, even with no so great website. So I thought, why not try launching my own project in this niche but with better quality? Here is my store, toolsphere.shop. As you can see, this is the main page. You can read my text, reliable tools worldwide, tired of doing everything by hand, let the right tools do the work. This is my slogan. You can click the button shop now, my bestsellers, etc. You can click to the shop now button, going through our collections, explore our premium selection of tools designed for precision, durability, and performance. Garden tools, for example, and this is my main products. Now I'm showing you my bestseller product, my favorite product. This is a 3-in-1 cordless grass trimmer, as you can see, for $109. This is my reviews, photos, frequently asked questions, and all about this product. Here you can read about us. Welcome to Toolsphere. This is the name of my shop. Yeah. Contacts, track your order, delivery information, home. That's all. This is my shop. Once the store was ready, it was time to find customers. I decided to use Facebook ads because it's one of the most powerful advertising platforms for e-commerce. But honestly, it wasn't smooth at all. I registered a new ad account, set everything up, and went through the verification process. It wasn't easy. I had to submit documents several times, verify my identity, company details, and phone number. Finally, after the verification was approved, I started launching ads for the products listed on my website. The first campaigns were failures. I spent a lot of money, got a lot of clicks, but very few sales, and ended up burning through a few $1,000s with almost no return. But these mistakes gave me real experience. I learned how Facebook ads work, how important it is to choose the right products, how important it is to test creative and audiences, how Facebook's optimization algorithm behaves. After those failures, I reviewed my product list, removed items that were not selling, and focused on a more narrow niche and specific product. When I adjusted my approach, things got better. Ads started working and stable orders began to come in. Since then, I've been using Facebook ads as my main traffic source for my Shopify store. This is the end of my first video, my introduction video here on YouTube. In the next videos, I will dive deeper into breaking down my website, showing real orders, who buys, how orders are placed and fulfilled, and analyzing ad accounts, how I set up campaigns, what I test, and what creative I use. Everything will be honest, open, and transparent, no filters, because this is my main goal. Be maximum and fully honest with my subscribers. So guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss new videos. And also, don't forget to join my Telegram channel. There, I'll be sharing updates that won't make it to YouTube. Quick insights, behind the scenes, real stats, and live moments from my e-commerce journey. If you don't want to miss any important updates, make sure you are there. You can also follow me on Instagram to stay even more connected. All the links are in description below. There is much more to come. Bigger, better and more detailed. Bye.